Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Eric, your host for the Transformation Doctor. Once again, thank you guys for taking all your time out to visit with us and really view what we have to say and what was going on. So each week I try to bring you something a little different, a little bit of entertainment, but mostly educational, as we know. I mentioned a week or so ago that I have a special guest. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring that guest because we were at the Germantown Chamber Health and Wellness Expo Live. So hopefully you guys were there. You joined us. You got to see Allison. She spoke and informed the entire audience there. You got to see our booth and, of course, even see some of the folks that are our patients and even new patients. But first of all, I'm going to switch the camera over a little bit. I have a special guest. I'm sure you may know these guys. If you live in Collierville or Germantown, I'm sure you are. So for further ado, here we go. Well, hello, everyone. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Okay, well, could you speak up just a little bit? I know you're a little shy here, guys. Well, just to let you guys know, they are a little camera shy, but I'm going to change all that before it ends. Tell me, first of all, what is your name?
My name is Joel Kimbrough.
And you are over here?
Melissa Kimbrough.
Now, Melissa, who is this lovely man over here?
This is my better half.
Your better half? Let me ask you this. So what brings you guys by, or why are you even here, Joel? Tell me.
Well, I mean, we came in for trying to get, and I think probably more than anything, Eric tried to get healthy in 2017 by eating a little better and doing some things, and part of that's getting lean as well.
Now, how did you hear about the Transformation Doctor, if you don't mind?
Well, I actually heard it from my wife.
I read about it in Click Magazine.
Okay. And when you picked up the magazine and you saw... Joel, could you pick up that right quick, see what's in your hand, what you're reading? What does it say? Get Lean and 2017 Transformation Doctor. So when you saw that, what ran through your head? What was your thoughts?
I think my first thought was, I wonder if this is for real. Because I did see the transformation of the before and after picture. And so it intrigued me and to find out more, especially since that was what I was after, was just getting healthier this year.
And you were looking at it for yourself or for this handsome young man over here?
Honestly, it was for me. Obviously, I want us both to be healthy. But it was at first for me, and then I think the excitement was a little contagious.
Contagious. Now, you look like you're in pretty good shape right now, but were there some problem areas or things that you felt that you want to do, or the hardest part is kind of maintaining, or some people get at a point where they're kind of stuck and don't know where to go. I just can't get these unwanted pounds to fall off. What was your motivation?
For me, I really didn't think I had the willpower to do what it took to get healthy, because I do love sugar and I do love carbs like every other person. So for me, it was really having that weekly accountability to someone other than myself that would help me on the journey and kind of be my cheerleader behind the scenes.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. Have you tried any other plans on your own previously?
No.
No? So this will be like your first time ever doing something like this, correct?
Yes.
Now, Joel, we've met before and we've had some really great conversations. And guys out there, I really wanted Joel and his wife to come because, first of all, I recommended them. But I ran into Joel at a restaurant and he was just showing us, hey, Joel, stand up a little bit. Let's show everybody what you look like, Joel. Look at that. What's that waistline? Open the coat up, Joel.
Well, I am actually down 3 complete pant sizes, and this is the end of week 9.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to flip it, guys, so you can see him. There he goes. Look how thin he is. And this is no animation, no cinematography. This is him for real. 3 pant size. Now, how long did it take you, Joel, to get that way?
This is the end of the day will be the end of 9 weeks. So we start on March the 3rd.
March the 3rd. And you can sit back down now, Joel. March the 3rd, 9 weeks. And tell us a little bit about your struggle, or your journey, actually.
Well, I think Melissa, the interesting part about it for us is that when she had signed up for it, she was excited. And, I just got back in, from out of town and saw her excitement. And the one thing that I'm convinced of, it would be very difficult for her to do this by herself. If I was eating something very different than she was eating. And so it really has kind of complemented you know, it's it almost is fun because we cook together at night. We try to plan our meals together. We try to do the kind of things that go along with that. But, you know, the struggle is, I mean, you're always going to have the thing, Eric, where you do crave certain foods from time to time. But we've held each other accountable. It's kind of become I don't know, it's probably not the right word, game, but it's kind of something that we kind of strive together on. We kind of compete against each other, kind of who gives what to who and how much weight each one of us lost. You know, I think the thing that's interesting about this program is it's long enough that it's not a weight loss program, and I think she and I have talked about it. It's really a healthy program. It's how to get healthier, and part of that transition is that you lose weight. And it's a long enough period of time that you actually change a lifestyle. It's not, you're just not losing weight and then be done. What you're doing is that over a 10-week period, you're actually getting to a situation where you've changed your eating habits to the point where you do feel better, you look better, and you feel good about kind of your whole lifestyle, much different than you had before.
Well, let me ask you this. Having your better half over there, and he's speaking so well about how he's feeling. Have you noticed a change in himself personally, his attitude, you know, his energy level? Have you noticed in those changes yourself?
Oh, for the both of us, I think I could say, I mean, the biggest thing for me personally was sleep.
Right.
I had a lot of trouble with that over the past several years, and I have not slept as good as I'm sleeping right now. And it took a few months of healthy eating and getting to this point, but I can very much say I sleep like a baby.
All right.
So that was the biggest thing for me, but energy, absolutely. Just feeling better all as a whole, and the sleep, big for me.
Well, part of what she didn't say is, Eric, by virtue of losing the weight I've lost, I don't snore as badly. So consequently, you know, she was being very nice, but not saying that her sleep pattern has been increased. Frankly, she had a mutual benefit. And I sleep better. And I'll tell you the reason that you do, the reason I know we do, is because I dream, which means you hit the REM sleep a lot more, and you're getting a much deeper sleep. And but yes, she was being very kind because, you know, the byproduct of all this is I don't snore.
Sorry about that, guys. Small technical difficulty on my end, but we are back and again. Here we go, guys. Sorry about that. So you're dreaming again. And so when you dream, your body goes into a very comatose state, sort of, kind of, right? And you're not snoring. I bet you miss that snoring, don't you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I don't either, because you know, clearly sleep apnea is a real problem. And you know, would you take, you know, I've lost 42 pounds.
Right.
And so as a result of that, if you just think about it logically, you don't have all the weight on yourself, you don't have all the issues associated with that, and consequently sleep apnea is much better, and I sleep much better.
Wow. And I tell you, you know, we're sitting here and we're all talking candidly. None of this is staged, folks. They don't have a script. You know, you can look at them. They're not reading from a board. Look around. There's nothing like that at all. And they're just really here telling you guys how their lives have been changed dramatically. Would you recommend this to anyone?
Oh, absolutely. I already have. One of my dear friends is actually just signed up.
Oh, excellent. Well, I tell you guys, you know, if you're married, you want to go in and do it together, it'd be great, because working together as a team, that's how you can achieve your big dreams. See, I kind of played off that word a little bit. But we're here to say, you know, their lives are happier because they're healthier. And as we know, by being a healthy couple, everything else kind of goes that way too. Is there anything else, Joel, that you would like to talk about?
No, I think that Melissa had a key point. I mean, people ask us all the time, "What are you doing?" And, you know, what diet are you on? And I think our reaction to that is that we're not on a diet. We basically have tried to start learning how to eat more healthy, and as a result of that, we use the programs that the Transformation Doctor has.
Okay.
And it's called the Ideal Protein Diet, and we go through the whole deal with them and what we do, and we explain to them it is a lifestyle change, and you have to get used to it. And I think we're getting there. It doesn't mean you don't crave things,
right? But
any stretch of imagination, it means that you learn how to. And she and I hold each other accountable.
Right. And you know what? That's the thing he said, holding one another accountable. And that accountability is so important when you're doing this. So if you feel that, you know, you can't do it by yourself, maybe you can bring your sister in. Maybe you can bring your brother or a family member and say, hey, let's do this together. Just like when you go to a gym, you get a membership. Well, do you have family and friends who like to come? Or some people say, you know what, when I work out, I work with my better half, or I work out with my girlfriend, we go together because it's a support system. Now, even though they are married and they're a support system, but we do have a great support system here. We have coaches here that will work with you on a weekly basis. They will speak to you. They will talk to you to make sure they kind of whip your butt if you're doing bad. But seriously, no, none of that going on. But they're here to encourage you, and that's what you want. You want to have the encouragement, but someone that cares, and the staff here truly cares. What's your thought about the staff? How important did you think the support systems here? How did that work out for you, Joel?
Well, it worked out really well, and I think that's you hit a very key point, Eric, which is, she and I talked about it. If you're out eating and, for lack of a better word, you cheat, who you're cheating? You're not cheating the staff here. You're cheating yourself.
Right.
And the staff here have been very supportive. It really kind of almost became a part of our family. I mean, we get to know them, and we talk and we laugh and we do the things to do. But they also will help you. For instance, if you have a side effect, which I did early on, was a little headache.
Right.
Well, what do you do to fix that? Well, Allie was very said, okay, do that and do that, and it works. And so it's kind of one of those things. Using the old saying, it ain't their first rodeo. They kind of understand when people are going through that this is not the only person that's had this symptom before, and can help you do that. The food is good. We eat a lot of the food that's here, and we've used a lot of the recipes that we have learned to do while we've been here as well.
And that's kind of key. You said recipes. Tell us a little bit about these recipes you've learned from here. Or would that be you?
Well, it's actually both of us, which has kind of been one of the fun parts about going through this together, is that we actually take the time to cook together, which before it might be one or the other, or we might go out. Actually, probably went out a lot. But cooking together, there's a few cookbooks here, and Allie is, when I talk about, we're kind of getting tired of eating the same things, and she'll, well, wait, try this. And some very healthy alternatives to things that we love. Even things, it's funny, we go to restaurants now and we're like, they don't cook their broccoli as well as we do.
Oh, right.
And so it's been a fun journey together, even just with recipes and learning how to cook things differently and healthier, and we've had a really good time.
And you learn how to experiment with things too. I mean, because frankly, we had never roasted okra in our lifetime, but we have now, and we actually have learned that we may like it better than fried okra. So there's a lot of that kind of thing that you do that you end up saying, that actually tastes pretty good. I think I like it that way even better than I may have liked it before, when it was maybe less healthy. And your body, I'll tell you the other thing that people have to understand too, is once you do this, your body doesn't, if you go back and do something different, your body doesn't do well with that for a while. And so if you start eating much different than you've been eating before, your body starts looking at you and go, okay, hang on a minute, you're introducing something you haven't introduced for several weeks. What is it? What is this?
Right.
And so, and we just went to a fundraiser last weekend, and one of the parts of this is alcohol is a part of this. You don't drink alcohol, and wine and a beer or any combination thereof are things that we were accustomed to drinking from time to time. Went to a fundraiser at a location where there was a lot of beer being drank. It's what they do. And both of us commented when we got into the car, I really didn't want one.
Yeah.
Because you just get used to not wanting one. And
right.
so you don't, so when you get to a point in here, you don't crave it anymore.
Correct. Well, they said to habits start, or you can break habits, 30 days? Is it 30 days or something like that? And so you've been doing it more than 30 days, so now that habit may be gone. So the deal is, you could do what you want to do by putting your mind there. It's all about having a great mindset. And seeing you guys doing this together has been so inspiring to me. I think I want to get married, guys, because maybe, if I get me a sidekick, well, not sidekick, but a wife, maybe she could help me do a lot of things better. And I'm just on my own little personal note here, guys, just me plugging myself. But anyway, is there anything else that you want to add in before we say goodbye to our listeners and our viewers?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think the only thing to say is that it's never too late to start thinking about being more healthy. I wished I had done this earlier in my life, because I think I would have felt much better for a longer period of time.
Great. Oh, a little side note here. I know you're a little nervous, but someone tapped in and said, great interview. So you're doing pretty good right now. You can't see this, but I can on this end. So whoever that was, Debbie, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. She's smiling now because she was pretty nervous. So anyway, we're going to sign off. And once again, thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. Now, if you want to go see Melissa, she is located. Well, Melissa, where are you located? People want to see you. And what do you do?
I own Southern Avenue Company, a home interiors and gift store. We're in Saddle Creek.
And guys, I've been there. It is marvelous. You want to go in there and check her out. You can't miss it at Saddle Creek Mall. If you're familiar with Stony River, she's a door or two down. Is that correct? Please go in and check her out, and then see, how well she's doing. And you can see the weight off her that she's lost, because she's a real person, guys. We did not have them come in here. They're not people paid actors or actresses. They are true believers, and they also are true patients here, and they're loving life even better. So, Joe, before I end, how many pounds again did you lose?
I've lost 42 pounds in 9 weeks
Okay,
today.
Joel, I want you to do something. Grab that piece of fat right there on the side of you. That represents 5 pounds. So Joe basically took those and put 8 over those around him. That's how much weight he was actually carrying that he actually lost. So let me ask you this. What's your goal? Are you going to lose any more, or are you just maintaining now?
It's interesting, Eric. I had, my goal was 240 pounds. I weighed 240, right at 241 pounds today, because just weight. And so I'm in a size 40 pants. And I think I'm getting into a 38. I think where I want to get to. I think about 235 pounds is kind of where I probably will kind of end up, plus or minus. And 38 pounds will be a big deal because I already went down to where you're not into the big and tall sizes.
Okay.
And so I actually can shop in the regular parts for men now.
Ah, that's great. That's great. And save a little money too, because I think those clothes are a little bit more expensive. Got to put more fabric on them. But anyway, thank you for ending that note. We really appreciate you coming in, and maybe you can come back and visit with us a little bit later on, and we can continue to see your progress. How about that?
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Signing off. We'll see you next Thursday for Transformation Thursday. This is your host, Eric. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.